Hi guys, welcome to Dynamic Code. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to create a simple login page using App Inventor. So let's start right away with this tutorial. First of all, you need to open a web browser. I'll open Chrome and type in MIT App Inventor. Open the first link which will take you to the MIT App Inventor. Click on Create Apps. You will now be asked to log in to your Gmail account. Just enter the details and click Allow. I've already done this. So this is where you'll start creating apps. In order to create new app, go ahead and click Projects, Start New Project. Here you will be asked to enter the project name and make sure that your project name has only alphabet as it won't accept any special characters or numbers. So I'll go ahead and name my app as Test. Remember, the project name will be your app name. So here the project has been created. This is the designer screen. This is where you'll actually start creating apps. For now, I'll just explain the basic things. We will get into the details as we start using them. So this is the user interface where you'll find all the button checkboxes, date pickers, email labels, etc. etc. This is the layout where here you can use to create spaces between the button and a text box, etc. This allows you to use camera, sound, recorder, text-to-speech features, etc. Drawing and animation. Maps allows you to use map in your app. Sensors allows to use the sensors of the phone directly through the app. Socials, storage, and some of the experimental features like CloudDB and FirebaseDB. This view is a designer view. Here you will only design the UI of the app, like how your login screen will appear, etc. So what do we need to create a login screen? Two text boxes, one for username and one for password, and a login button which will take us to the result page after successfully checking the entered username and corresponding password. So let's go ahead and do the required changes. So we will first go in the user interface and drag and drop one text box, one password box, and one button. This text box will be used to enter the username. This text box will be used to enter the password, and this will be our login button. Let's go and type hint for the text box. The hint. Now what is a hint? This will be displayed inside the text box. It basically gives an idea what is the purpose of this text box, which will disappear after clicking the text box. Now we will edit the hint so that we can use the identify in which field the username and the passwords need to be entered. So this is the hint. So we will give it a name as username and this as password. Now, whenever you make changes in the properties section, These changes are directly reflected on the user interface. Now, the changes made in the component section, for example, the name of the component, these changes won't be visible to the users of the app. It is only visible over here by naming the components basically to avoid the selecting different components while creating the logic. So let's go and start naming the components. So this will be the text box. Here we will enter the username. So we'll directly name the component as username, this as password, and this as login. Now you can see that on the login the text appears as text button 1. So we'll change it to login. So this has changed now to login. Now coming to the block section. Here you will be creating the logic of your app. Basically, you tell the app what needs to be done when a button is clicked or some events which should give a particular result. Now let's start with the logic part of the login screen. So first of all, you will go to that button and select when login clicked. So what you need to do is you need to give a condition when the login button is clicked. So you'll say that when login button is clicked, we'll put an if condition which will check if the password and the username are correct. So we will go in the logic and pull and one equal to. So here we need to take the username text. So we'll go to username and we will select the text property and we will add one empty text box and give test as the username, copy and paste it. Now we need to also check if the username and the password are equal. So we'll select the password and text property. We'll enter here this and this will be entered over here. This. So what this will basically do is it will check if the username equals this and password equals this. You can change it over here. So we'll give it 1234 as the password. So our username will be test and the password will be 1234. So in the particular in the app, so if the username is entered test and the password is entered as 1234. Now we need to specify the action what needs to be done when the username is test and the password is 1234. So what we'll do is we'll go in the designer section and we'll put one notifier. So what notifier basically do is that it sends a notification. So you can specify what notification you can send. So we'll go ahead and click on the notification and we'll select call notifier, show alert. We'll put one empty text box and we'll say done. So what this will do is if the username is test and the password is 1234, it will show an alert done. Now we need to specify one more condition wherein if the entered username is not equal to test or the password is not equal to 1234, if they entered the wrong credentials. So we need to put an else statement and we will copy this alert. So what we will do is if username is test and password is 1234, then given message done. If else, we will do a wrong details. Wrong details. So what this will do is if the username and password equals test and 1234 respectively, it will show an alert done. If not, then it will show wrong details. So this is it for the day. In the next tutorial, I'll be telling you guys how to create a sign up or a register page. Before we end this video, Take a moment to subscribe to Dynamic Code. If you all have any queries, put it in the comment section and I'll try to answer all your queries at the earliest. Thanks for watching and don't forget to give this video a like.